Hi, my name is Layla Wahiba, and today I'm going to be reading Going Home with Daddy. On reunion morning, we rise before the sun. Daddy hums as he packs our car with suitcases and a cooler full of snacks. He says, "There's nothing like going home." We leave when the sky is still dark with sleep. Sis closes her eyes, but mine stay wide open. We watch as we drive from city streets to the flowing highways under a sweep of sparkling stars. "Little Aeon," Mommy says after a while, "you better catch some zzz while you can." I try to rest, but I can't stop smiling. Soon I'll get to see my great-grandmother Granny and hang out with my cousins. But when I look at my hands, empty as the road in front of us, my grin fades. The anniversary celebration. I bet everyone will have something to share except me. I doze off in a cloud of worry and wake up to sunbeams tickling my face. I squint and see a familiar John Deere tractor store and a gray silo standing at attention. We are almost there. Sis and I stand up straight as pines when we see Granny's wood frame house. She's right where we left her after last year, scattering corn for her chickens like little bits of gold. "There she is," Sis shouts. Granny spreads her arms wide and wraps us both in sides. My, she says, and showers our cheeks with peppermint kisses. "I miss you so." All afternoon, a parade of family comes home. Grandma and Grandpa, aunts and uncles, and more cousins than I can count. Get ahead just like your daddy. Got ahead just like your daddy, Uncle Jay teases me. Daddy's eyes twinkle. Now I know you're not talking about heads. "I can't take them anywhere," Grandma says, laughing. While the grown-ups catch up, we cousins run to the fence to visit Granny's cows and goats. "You doing something for the celebration?" Isha asks Sis, singing Granny's favorite song, "His Eyes on the Sparrow." She says, "How about you? Reading mother to son." "I made a scrapbook in Granny's favorite color, blue," Davon says. "You got something, Lil Ann?" I kick a stone and my eyes start to burn. "Ready for the tractor ride?" Sis says, saving me from having to answer. I swallow hard and climb into the tractor with Sis and Moma. I lean against the hay as Daddy drives us past the smokehouse and fishing pond and rumbles by a field dotted with puffs of white. "Con has been on this land for a long time, just like us," Daddy says. "Pa would drive your Uncle Jay and me on a tractor just like this one. Look on your left," Pa would say. "Look on your right." The land just seemed to go on forever. "Everything you see," Pa told us, "it's yours." I think about what Daddy said and sit up tall. Pa is gone, but this is our time to come together and remember. Daddy's words make me want to share more than ever. When the ride stops, I ask him what to do. Think with your heart," Little Aeon says. That's what Pa told me. Just then we heard Granny. "Come on and get this food while it's hot," she says from the porch. We dash inside. The dining room overflows with love-made dishes, smoked turkey and mac and cheese, just the way Daddy likes. Hand in hand, we create a ring inside the house Pa built for Granny. Heart to heart, we share everything we're thankful for. "Nothing is more important than family," Granny says, tearing up as she looks at every face. Amens all around. On Sunday, I feel sick. Not a fever sick, but I wish I had one more time sick. The celebration starts at dusk. Get a move on, little Ann, Grandma Loretta says. You know Granny doesn't play. Growing up, we never missed a service. At church, Daddy points to the spot where he and Uncle Jay performed a duet on trombone and trumpet. My hands were shaking so much I could barely play, Daddy says, but when I saw Granny smiling, my tears went away. I wonder if looking at Granny will help me, but when our eyes meet, all I can think about is being the only kid with nothing to say. After service, we head back to Granny's and change into our t-shirts. Generations of our family smile from every wall. Mama, Sis, and I peer at black and white pictures of Pa and Granny. Their eyes, brave and bold, you remind me of Dad's. You have their eyes too, Mama says. That's when it comes to me. I think about everything I see when I'm there. I think about the tractor ride with Daddy's stories. I think about walking in Pa's and Grammy's footsteps, in those of our people and Native people long before. I think and collect treasures from our land. I lift up my head to the sun. Just before satin night falls, we sit outside on porch steps and meadow lawn chairs. It's celebration time. Our people were stolen from Africa and shipped to this continent in chains, Daddy says. But no one could lock away their dreams. They dreamed on this land during slavery. They dreamed on this land as they made a way out of no way and fought Jim Crow. 75 years ago, a farmer and his teacher bought this land. Daddy gazes at Granny. And look at us now. After one another, cousins offer their tributes. Sissy's song makes Granny's eyes shine. Aisha's poem gets everyone nodding. Then I step forward. I feel like a spotlight is bedazzling just on me. I look down and say nothing. It's okay, little Ann, Sis whispers. I lift up my head and see the gleaming smiles. I try again. Cotton on the quilts Grammy made to keep her children warm, I say, holding a white cloud in my fingers. A pecan for the trees Pa planted and all the kids love to climb. I pinch dirt and let it rain to the ground, an earth for land that's ours and far as we can see. Fireflies wink and whirl a carnival around us. That's all right, I hear Granny say. Daddy flashes a thumbs up. I grin at the moon. It glows back at me. We are a mighty family, Daddy booms. Mighty. We were all back. When we tried to make the night stretch on forever as grown-ups slap cards and checkers against tables, we cousins dig through old trunks and laugh until our hearts explode with joy. As soon as our goodbye morning comes, we hung all the way to the door. Then we climb into our car and watch Granny and her house shrink and disappear. When we go home with Daddy, everything we see holds a piece of him in us. We head up the highway thinking about family and dreaming about next year.
Very, very good.